Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with more Hakuoki, and I finally decided on whose route we're gonna do. I've decided we're gonna do, what's his name? Toshizo Hijikata. Hijikata-san. I don't know why I said san, but yeah. I think it's the Japanese medieval times getting to me. I don't know. Did I say medieval times? It's feudal times, not medieval times. What the fuck? I'm okay. We're good. Though to be quite fair, I actually kind of did part of this, but then I found out their voices kind of went goodbye, and I didn't have anything, so you just saw me like sitting there reacting to voices that no one could hear. So we were doing it, and I actually figured out whose route we're going to go on for the first time. So that's the good news. So let's get to it. And as for recording, it's just going to probably fade out and then fade back in, as it would be a lot easier for a novel of this length. I'll probably leave like little talking highs and hoes, highs and hoes, in the beginning of the chapter, if I can. And then, or maybe edit in something. I don't know. I'll work it out. Who knows? It'll probably be in the beginning of this video, so who knows on that. We'll just see, or it might be the next one. We'll see. Alright, anyway, let's get going. After they had taken me back to my room, I sat there for a long time, looking down at my bound hands. More hms. It's usually ums and herms with her, right? The rumors I had heard had said the Shinsengumi were cruel, vicious men, but they seemed much more human than that. Then again, even as I sat there, they were deciding whether or not to kill me. I don't think they want to kill me, but it seems like they think they might not have a choice. If I didn't defend myself somehow, I'd most likely be killed. I don't know how I'm supposed to convince them, though. However, they might have felt about me. It was clear that their priority was the welfare of Shinsengumi. Oh, right. They also thought I was a boy. Perhaps if I told them I was a girl, they might reconsider. Or perhaps they wouldn't. Or perhaps that would make my predicament worse somehow. I had no idea what I should do next. I don't know why this is green. Oh, that's the way I went last time. Because I restarted the chapter because I'm like, I don't know. And yeah, there's no voices. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, since we have this, since we're going for Hijikata, I don't think that one had nothing to do with Hijikata, I don't think. Not really. Anyway, I have a plan. Anyway, this way, we'll see it again later at a later date. But I want to see what happens with this one. Find a way to escape. There was nothing for it. I had to try and escape. That meant I needed to get moving immediately. Staying in that room wasn't likely to improve my chances. Fortunately, they hadn't bothered to tie me up completely again. Only my hands were bound. That would slow me down, certainly, but as long as I could move my legs, I definitely had a chance. Alright, now the exit is... I cast my memory back to when they brought me into the building the night before. Right. It should work. It had to work. I stood up. Holding my breath, I edged toward the door. Leaving this way was rather rude, but I hardly had a choice. With my toe, I reached for the door. With your toe? My toe's gonna slide open the door for me. Look at it. It's so awesome. I was almost there when suddenly it flew open all on its own, revealing... Hi. What? I stumbled straight into Kondo.
おや、ずいぶん大胆な方ですね。まさか逃げるおつもりだったんですか?
Maybe not. Oh my. Well, that was rather bold. He meant to run away, I assume. No, I just want to find the restroom. Don't worry about me.
勝手に動かれては困ります。君の身が余計に危うくなるだけですよ。
Trying to run is not. Trying to run was not wise. It will only make your situation more difficult. His voice was calm and not unfriendly, but his eyes were as cold as ice. I wouldn't know his eyes are always shut whenever I talk to him, I think. Pretty much. Too late. I realized why they hadn't bothered to tie me up again. They had been watching me.
逃げれば切る。ゆうべ、俺は確かにそう言ったはずだが。
Hey, at least we got him to show up. On the best terms, but yeah. I told you once, and I won't do it again. Run, and I'll gut you. His voice was low and filled with quiet rage. I totally didn't have any rage in my voice. I'm sorry. But then again, that face didn't look like he was angry either.
残念だけど、殺しちゃうしかないかな。約束を破るこの言葉なんて信用できないからね。
What? Sorry, but now we've got to kill you. We can't trust a kid who can't keep a promise. Oh, I'm so screwed. You're screwed. Okita smiled. He didn't look very sorry. Oh, that face. I stayed where I was. You know what? Screw it. They say they're going to kill me. I'm going all out for it. I'm insane. Run for it. I had no choice but to run. I'm sure none of these 4 men can catch you, right? If I was going to die anyway, then I had nothing to lose by trying to escape. Slipping around a stunned Kondo, I took off down the hallway.
お前な、本気で逃げ出せるとでも思ったのか。
Did you really think you could escape? Ah! He snatched me from the floor in one smooth motion, with the grace of a great cat. Let me go!
話したら逃げるんだろうが、このアホ。
You think I'm stupid? You'll just try to run. No. His voice was angry. I squirmed and twisted, but I couldn't escape. But I don't want to die. My voice threatened to waver with fear, but I hoped volume would mask it. And there's something I have to do.
年はもいかねえ小娘が下手な男装までして何を果たそうってんだ。
What's that, huh? What makes a girl put on pants and run around Kyoto pretending she's a boy? Well, I think he knows. Then again, he can't scoop me up. I'm sure he kind of accidentally grabbed little bits and pieces. So chop me into bits. Wait, what? Huh? Thought process is catching up. Sir? He did not look happy. Did you just say girl? I was scared. There was no denying it. The Sana looked at us and nodded.
なるほどね。やはり女性だったんですか、あなたは。
I see. You really were a girl. Huh?
どう見ても女の子だよね。君は綺麗に化けたつもりかもしれないけど。
Come on, you really thought putting on a pair of pants was going to fool us? Even an idiot could see you're a girl. What? Had they really known all along? I wasn't quite sure what to think.
この近藤勇、一生の不覚。まさか君が女子だったとは。
Oh, Somi Kondo, you fool! This is an embarrassment of a lifetime. How could I not have realized? Well, considering everyone just said anyone who didn't realize was an idiot, yeah, you're now considered an idiot, even though you're the leader. You thought I was a very pretty boy. Well, perhaps they hadn't all known. His reaction, I confess, made me feel a little bit better.
命をかけられる理由があるんなら、ごまかさずに全部あげ。いいな。
You almost got killed for it, whatever it is. Maybe it's time you spilled your guts, kid. I looked at him and nodded. Ooh, sakura blossoms. It's romance. He liked it. He liked that I tried to run away. Weird. I don't remember. I looked back to him and nodded. There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of the Shinsengumi.
美人さんだとは思っていたんだが、まさか本当に女性だったとはな。
I did think you were rather pretty, but to think you were in fact a lady all this time. Kondo was nodding his head solemnly over and over, as if he was agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion.
女だって聞いてから見ると女にしか見えなくなってくるんだよな。
Once you know she's a girl, she really doesn't look like a boy at all, does she? Really? Thank you. I think. Something about that seemed to impress Toudou. What, because I can go undercover?
しかし、女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは悪いことをしたね。
Then we bound a girl and left her for an entire night? Oh dear. He looked at me, his eyes concerned. Each of them took the news differently.
女だって言うが、別に証拠はないんだろ。
Well, she claims to be a girl, but it's not like we have an actual proof, right? But proof? Harada laughed, and Nakagura grumbled to himself under his breath.
証拠も何も一目瞭然だろうが、なんなら脱がせてみるか。
Proof? Really? Not obvious enough for you, huh? Alright, will you feel better if I strip her down? Please, don't...
許さんぞ。衆目の中、女子に肌をさらさせるなど言語道断。
No, you absolutely will not. Even suggesting such a thing is preposterous. Kondo shot up before I had finished, his face bright red, but Harada's words hadn't had any malice behind them.
それが一番手っ取り早いと思ったんだが。
I just figured it was the quickest way to settle the question. He shrugged and settled back into his seat. Nakagura crossed his arms and his brows were knit.
しかし本当に女だって言うなら、殺しちまうのも忍びねえよな。
Well, if you really are a girl, then killing just feels kind of wrong. Oh, just only killing a girl feels wrong? What about the civilians? To kill civilians, is that wrong? Huh? Anyway.
男だろうが女だろうが、性別の違いは生かす理由にならねえよ。
He's tons of fun, isn't he? It doesn't matter. If we have to kill her, she dies. Hijikata's words left no room for argument.
女性に限らず、そもそも人を殺すのは忍びないことです。
Gender is irrelevant. Killing is in general. Gender is irrelevant. Killing in general is wrong.
今日の治安を守るために組織された私たちが無益な殺生をするわけには参りません。
We were organized to protect the public good in the city of Kyoto. We would ill serve the public good by murdering civilians in cold blood. Oh, thank you for answering my question. You're so sweet.
結局、女の子だろうが男の子だろうが、今日の平安を乱しかねないなら話は別ですよね。
Yeah. But if this girl or boy is a threat to the peace, that's a horse of a different color. He had that grin again. The Shinsengumi didn't enjoy a shining reputation already. If rumors began to spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things were likely to go well for them. The Shinsengumi didn't enjoy a shining reputation already. If rumors began to spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things weren't likely to go well for them. They wouldn't be able to operate in Kyoto, and with no one to protect the people, the city would eventually fall into chaos. I could see in their eyes that each one of them knew full well the consequences rash actions could have.
それを判断するためにも、まずは君の話を聞かせてくれるか。
Well then, we need only determine if you are a threat. Will you tell us your side of the story? I could feel their eyes upon me. The room went quiet. My name is Chizuru Yukimura. I told him everything. How I lived in Edo. How I come to Kyoto to find my father. It's a very quick story.
そうか。君も江戸の出身なのか。父上を探して遠路はるばる京に来たのか。
Oh, then you're from Edo as well. You came all the way to Kyoto to find your father? I can see the emotion welling up in his eyes.
して、そのお父上は何をしに京へ？
What business did your father have in Kyoto? My father's a doctor. His name is Koto Yukimura, and he specializes in Western medicine.
なんだと？
What? Huh? The moment my father's name crossed my lips, the atmosphere in the room changed.
これはまさか行動氏のご息女とはね。
Oh my. So the good Dr. Kodo has a daughter. You know my father? I wasn't sure what the sudden silence meant. Only with the revelation of my parentage I caused a pronounced change in their behavior. It was Saito who finally broke the silence.
行動氏の行方は現在新選組で調査している。
I'm expecting that to be longer. The Shinsengumi is currently attempting to determine the whereabouts of Dr. Kodo Yukimura. You're after my father. Why?
あ、勘違いしないでね。僕たちは行動さんを狙ってるわけじゃないから。
Oh no, you got us all wrong. We're not, after him. Oh, I see. Tension that I hadn't noticed appear began to dissipate.
同じ幕府側の協力者なんだけど、実は彼、ちょっと前から行方知れずでさ。
He's a fellow supporter of the shogun, but, well, he kind of disappeared a while ago.
幕府をよく思わない者たちが行動氏に目をつけた可能性が高い。
There's a reasonable chance that the enemies of the shogun have identified him as a threat. I don't why, but Saito kept talking as if I had done nothing.
生きている公算も高い。乱方医は利用価値がある存在だ。
There's also a chance, of course, that he's still alive. Doctors trained in Western medicine are valuable and rare. I wasn't sure what else to do, so I nodded. My heart pounded in my chest, threatening to burst out onto the floor. Father, was he safe?
行動氏が見つかる可能性は君のおかげで格段に上昇しましたよ。
But with you, we have a much better chance of finding the good doctor. Huh? Sana continued. Apparently, my father had only visited a small number of times. I understood then what he meant. It would be difficult for them to track down someone they barely knew.
ですが、行動氏の娘である君ならば、身なりが変わっていようと看破できますね。
You are his daughter, however. You ought to be able to recognize him no matter how he may have disguised himself. Yes? Yes, I could. I nodded as I spoke and gave him what I hoped was a steady, reassuring smile.
あの乱歩医の娘となりゃ殺しちまうわけにもいかねえよな。
Well, if she is his daughter, we can't really kill her, can we? Which means more work for me, his eyes added. They narrowed as he looked down at me.
昨べの件は忘れるって言うんなら、父親が見つかるまでお前を保護してやる。
If you swear you forget about what you saw last night, then we'll look after you until you can find your father. Fair?
君の父上を見つけるためならば、我ら新選組は協力は惜しまんとも。
I promise that the Shinsengumi would do whatever they can to help you find Dr. Kodo. Thank you so much. I never imagined something like this. Not only had I survived, I had found my first decent lead.
殺されずに済んでよかったね。とりあえずはだけど。
You must be pretty glad we won't be killing you, huh? Well, don't be... You must be pretty glad we won't be killing you, huh? Well, won't be killing you just now, at any rate. He's just a bundle of joy right now, isn't he? He gave me that same wolfish grin. I do like you, I'm not gonna lie. Those green eyes. There was no denying that my situation was still less than desirable, but at that moment, I didn't care. Yes, I'm very glad. I had never been through a lot, but at last I had found help, and where I had never had expected it. The Shinsengumi. Kyoto hadn't been kind to me, even though I had been there less than a day, but it looked as though my fortunes were taking a turn for the better. I still had a long way to go, and I had worries aplenty, but it was important to stay optimistic.
本来であれば、ここのような男女体より、諸次第や会津藩に預けてやりたいんだが。
I'd prefer to place you in the custody of the Judiciary Commissioner or the Aizu rather than keeping you in a house full of men, but Kondo let a sentence hang in the air and looked at me, his arms folded. It was clear I had no choice but to stay with the Shinsengumi.
不便があれば言うといい。その都度可能な範囲で対処してやる。
Should you require anything, you need only ask. We will do what we can to accommodate you. Oh, his expression didn't change, but his words were unexpectedly warm. I looked away from him awkwardly, but I still felt the heat rise in my cheeks. Thank you.
まあ女の子となりゃ手厚くもてなさんといかんよな。
Well, I guess we'll have to be nice to you now, but we know you're a girl. Thanks. So good to know. So you're gonna be mean to me because I was a boy?
新八さん女の子に弱いもんな。でもだからって手のひら返すの早すぎ。
You're always nice little ladies, Shin. Sure didn't take long for you to change your tune once you figured out she was a girl, though, huh?
いいじゃねえか。これで豚書が華やかになると思えば、新八に限らずはしゃぎたくもなるだろう。
Ah, whatever. Having a lady here at the headquarters is sure gonna brighten things up, won't it? I wasn't entirely sure that would be the outcome.
大使として扱うのもまた問題ですし、彼女の処遇は少し考えなければなりませんね。
Still, we can hardly treat her as one of our soldiers. Something else must be done with her.
なら誰かの故障にすりゃいいだろう。近藤さんとか三男さんとか。
And then want to make her a page or something? You want an assistant, Kondo? How about you, Sana? He gave a small shrug. Whatever was done with me, it seemed he no longer cared.
やだな、土方さん。そういう時は言い出しっぺが責任取らなくちゃ。
He has a point. Oh, come on now, Hijikata. It's your idea. You can't just pawn her off on someone else. Right? See, he has a point.
おお、都市のそばなら安心だ。
Ah, excellent. I believe we can trust Toshi with her. Kondo's face split into a wide smile and he slapped his leg in agreement. That was not his plan, that's for sure.
そういうことで、土方くん。
Well,
彼女のことよろしくお願いしますね。
well, there you have it, Hijikata. I hope you can take good care of her. Sana's smile had more of a little of a mocking twist to it. Oh boy.
てめえら。
You sons of bitches. As I watched their back and forth, some of my early relief began to ebb away. What was going to happen to me? That is the $1,000,000 question now, isn't it? Oh, we're in February 1864. I think that's like a good as place as any to stop where we're at. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're like in like 1-2 sub-chapter of the chapter 1. So we should be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully things will get better. I don't know how to put that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Kaze out.